We're going to share our top 10 tips to help make sure that you make the most out of your Shanghai Disneyland trip. Hey guys.
Hi everyone.
Let's jump straight in to number 1.
You need to prioritise which rides you're going to do first.
Yes, Shanghai Disneyland is full of amazing rides, but the one place you need to head to first of all at this moment in time is Zootopia.
If you don't head there first, you could be queuing for hours just to get into the land, never mind how long the queue for the ride's going to be. And Zootopia Hot Pursuit is amazing. It's such a good ride.
So the problem you've got trying to get on that ride is if you don't have a Premier Access, you're going to have to queue to get into the land. When we were there, it was actually posted of 2 hours just to get in the land alone, never mind the queue for the ride. So make sure you prioritise that first of all, because if you don't and you go later on in the day, you're going to be spending a lot of time waiting just to get into the land.
And if you're staying on site, there's not going to be a queue at all. Not even 5 minutes. You're going to walk straight into the land and you're going to queue maybe 10 minutes.
Exactly, that's
like
it.
we did.
Some other rides to take into consideration for doing as soon as you possibly can do would be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Best ride ever.
Just because it's the best ride ever. I don't even know about the queue. It's just an amazing ride. And also Tron Light Cycle Run is another one on there too.
Yeah, no queue first thing in the morning for that. And another one that we didn't prioritise, but you might want to, is Soaring, because that queue stays around 130 minutes all day.
There's a few people that have asked us already, how long do you think you should book for Shanghai Disneyland? And we would say an ideal time would be 3 days or more.
We had 2 days and we didn't get to do everything, and we walked maybe 17 kilometres, 18 kilometres a day.
Yeah.
The park is massive and we didn't get to see it all.
No, so I definitely recommend to do 3 days. I think that's a good time to be able to make sure that you get all the attractions done. But if you don't have 3 days to get through it all, then what we do recommend is to go for the rides that are only available at Shanghai Disneyland. Don't assume that the ride that they have at Shanghai Disneyland is the same ride that you've already done.
Do a little bit of research on your rides before you go.
Buzz Lightyear Planet Rescue is a shoot 'em up like you get in the other parks, but it is well themed and it is up to date compared to others.
And you can get over 999999999.
You can also go to Peter Pan, and it's actually a good Peter Pan.
It's a great Peter Pan. It's like, I think it's longer as well.
But there are others that are carbon copies. So the likes of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is exactly the same as what you get in the US, as well as Soaring Ever After.
Tron as well.
Yeah, they're
They
all
all copy paste.
Yeah, so have a quick look, do a little bit of research, and make sure that the rides that you're prioritising are actually ones that are a little bit different than what you might see in another park that you used to go into.
Tip number 4, make sure you get to know the Shanghai Disneyland app before you get there so that you know exactly what you're doing once you're in the park.
I am not a master with this type of thing, but Ange seems to have every single Disneyland app absolutely nailed down. It isn't the same as what you get on My Disney Experience. The navigation's a little bit similar, but it isn't the same. So you are going to want to know where stuff is, especially when you first get into the park, because the likes of standby passes you need to get as soon as you arrive in the park, otherwise you're going to miss out.
Standby passes are used on a busy day for the shows and some attractions, and basically it's a fast pass to the queue.
Yes, it's a queue to the queue.
Yeah, it's free, but you do have to get them in the app, otherwise you just won't be allowed on the ride if it's in action that day.
And also like shows like Mickey's Storybook Adventure, you actually need to do that standby to be able to get into it. So if you're wanting to get into a show and you haven't got the Disneyland app ready, there's a chance that you might miss out on that.
If you do miss out on the standby pass, there is Premier Access options for most of them.
Yes.
But obviously, if you can get a free version of it, it saves you money.
Anyone who doesn't know what Premier Access is, it's like a paid fast pass. So they have Premier Access in the likes of Disneyland Paris, but basically all the Asia countries, and in the US, it's Lightning Lane.
And the prices vary depending on the time of year, depending on the day.
Do we recommend getting Premier Access? We didn't use it on any of the rides.
We didn't need to. We went at a quieter time for China.
Yeah.
If you're going during a busy period, potentially you would definitely need to use it.
Which brings us on to tip number 5. Check when you're going to Shanghai Disneyland.
Do not, under any circumstances, make your first visit to Shanghai Disneyland during the Chinese New Year or during National Week.
Yes, those are the busiest times of the year for that park.
And it's insane.
Yes, it's crazy busy, especially around Chinese New Year, because that does fluctuate from year to year, and that period of time is one of the busiest times to get into the park.
That's January or February. It'll be one of the 2 months.
If you're looking to kind of narrow it down for when you go in as well, we do recommend to go on a day between Tuesday and Friday, because it is well known that weekends are busy, but also people that don't want to go on the weekend seem to go on the Monday, so the Monday is the busier out of the weekdays.
And we went Monday, Tuesday, and can confirm that Tuesday was about half the crowd of Monday.
The next tip would be to make sure you have internet access whilst you're in Shanghai Disneyland.
Now the parks do have Wi-Fi, But from what we understand, you have to have a Chinese phone number to be able to access this.
We didn't want to take that risk, so we purchased eSIM cards, which are through Holifly, giving unlimited access for the time that we were in China, and the internet was fantastic whilst we were there.
And you're absolutely going to need the internet to get on the Shanghai Disneyland app to be able to book your standby passes, your premier accesses, check your wait times.
Just to have a map to be able to find out where you're going and all the different food. Like it's massive. Get ready for the fireworks. So if you're looking to watch Illuminate at night time, that is when you will notice the crowd, and the crowd start to pretty much get ready for that around about 2 hours before the fireworks.
And that's probably when you're going to notice like the cultural differences. You can't really leave a gap.
Yes, if you leave a gap, it's going to get taken. And if you don't want to wait 2 hours to be able to watch the fireworks or just to have a decent view in general, then our recommendation will be to purchase the Premier Access for Illuminate.
That was probably the best money we spent on the entire trip.
Yeah.
We were right in front of the castle. It was magical.
It was around about £70 for the three of us to be able to do that, but it was worth the money for it, 100%.
Oh yeah, it was the perfect ending to our time.
You can see here the view that we had without the Premier Access, arriving around 30 minutes before the fireworks, compared to the Premier Access of arriving 30 minutes before the fireworks in the preferred viewing area.
And what Gaz didn't show on that first clip is the people that, right as they started, came and stood right in front of us.
Literally right in front of us. And if you purchase Premier Access, you actually get more time to go on the rides in the park. You don't have to sit there and wait for the fireworks to take place, eating into precious park time. And if you want to purchase that Premier Access, you need to do it as soon as you possibly can do, because they do sell out. So make sure as soon as you get in the park, that's the first thing you purchase.
We made that mistake. We checked an hour after getting into the park and they were gone.
And the next tip is leave enough time in the morning to get to the park.
Yes, that is a big one. We left an hour, roughly
Around that, an hour beforehand.
and we couldn't even get in the bus queue. It wasn't going to be worth it. I bet the bus queue
was
would have been an hour and a half.
Crazy.
I've never seen anything like that before.
The good news is it only takes roughly around about 10 minutes to walk from the Toy Story Hotel all the way over to the front entrance, and it's even quicker to do that from the Disneyland Hotel to the main entrance. So our recommendation would probably be to walk on the busy mornings, because to try and get on the bus is going to be manic.
Yeah, you're just going to waste too much time waiting for it.
When we walked from Toy Story Hotel, there was still a big queue outside. Luckily we had the exclusive park entrance to be able to go through, but if you don't have that, even an hour beforehand, you're still going to be in a queue to be able to get in at the beginning.
So get there really early if you're not staying on site. If you're wanting to meet the characters but you don't want to wait in the long lines, because trust me, the lines get very, very long for the popular characters.
You'll actually queue longer for them characters than you would for the popular rides.
Yeah, for like Olu Mel, Lena Bell, all the Duffy and friends have insane waits.
What we did notice is that they still gave us a lot of attention. So even if you just kind of hang around where the meet and greets are, you will get a wave, you will get a little bit of interaction. You won't get the picture, but you do get the chance to be able to say hello to the characters.
Yeah, they do. They spot you and they...
Same with the parades as well. When it comes to the parades, especially all the face characters, then you will notice that they do actually give you a little bit more attention when they do see you.
Yeah, we got a lot from Captain America as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
They gave us a...
Next tip is all around food.
Try all the snacks.
Like all of them.
They have many themed snacks.
Yes.
Alien pizza.
Had,
Winnie the Pooh pizza.
They had like a Winnie the Pooh like toasty, but we didn't have that because it had mushrooms on it.
Tiger tail.
Yep.
Tiger tail.
Yep. There's just so many themed snacks there.
Lotso cheesecake. Do not skip the Lotso cheesecake.
Oh, there's just so many. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make this dead easy. Here's all the themed snacks that we ate, along with where they were in the park.
And if you're fussy, there still are options.
Yeah, because I know that's putting a lot of people off going to Shanghai Disneyland, to be honest, because they think that the food's going to be crazy. And don't get me wrong, you can't get crazy food. But if you are wanting to kind of stick with your chicken nuggets, your burgers, your pizza...
There's quite a lot of options. There's Cheesecake Factory in Disneytown, there's a pizza place. The pizzas are just normal pizzas. You can pick up some of the toppings off if you don't like them.
But the nuggets are Mickey nuggets.
Mickey chicken nuggets. They were from the one by Tron, weren't they? Yeah. But do not get the pork burger from there. It was not good at all.
It was not good. And that's it, guys. That is our top 10 tips for Shanghai Disneyland.
We hope they've helped you for some of your planning.
And if you have already been to Shanghai Disneyland and you've got a tip that hasn't been part of this top 10, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. If you've got any questions and you haven't been to Shanghai Disneyland and we haven't been able to answer them in this top 10, leave that in the comment below and we'll make sure that we answer as many of them as we possibly can do. Until next time.
We'll see you on the next adventure.
Catch you later.
Bye.